Blessings, everyone. Thank you for tuning into my channel, House of Black Obsidian. I am your lovely host, the High Priestess Oracle, the Oracle High Priestess, Oya Ajay. And I'm here today to do readings for my lovely water signs. And I'm starting off with my Cancers. Now, it's going to be a little bit of a longer reading because Cancers, you didn't get anything last week, and I totally apologize. I had a huge project that I had to do, and then I went out of town. So I had to go get a little refresh, reboost in energy, and do some cleansing in the water. However, let me tell you what, ever since I got back from out of town, I've been getting hit left and right with interesting things. Really trying not to take stuff personal, but and then I had to recall that I was in the ocean, what I asked for and what I was cleansing out of my life to go to this next level. So that brings me to be careful what you ask for and be mindful what you ask for and be intentional and precise. Okay. But anyhow, again, thank you for tuning in to my channel, House of Black Obsidian. I am your lovely host, the High Priestess, Oracle, the Oracle High Priestess, Oya Ajay. And again, I'm here to do readings for Cancer. So like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment or two. If the video resonates with you, if it does not resonate, leave it there or send it back out into the universe for another Cancer. Okay. Like I'm forgetting something. I have no idea what that would be. But anyhow, again, thank you for tuning in. So we're going to get right on into it. We're going to start with Oracle cards from African Goddess Rise, Oracle deck, and Soul's Journey. And we're going to do a little bit of clarification with my Orisha Tarot and another general deck, okay? Pulled some cards already and shuffled them, and shuffled and pulled some cards. What I'll do is I'll use this other tarot deck to do some more clarification. Right, Cancer? Let's get right on into it. So the cards that were pulled was Gang Sarah. And this is resistance. And then you have balance. And then you have the Two of Wands. I'm sorry, yeah, Two of Wands. King of Discs or King of Pentacles. Excuse me, Six of Swords. Five of Wands. And Two of Swords. Okay. What are you running away from, Cancer? And it's not who. Slightly who, because it's yourself that you're running away from. You're all over the place right now. You're not grounded. You are just in the wind, blown in the wind, gone with the wind. And not to say that that's a bad thing. You need to just find balance in that. Living in the moment, like that. Being spontaneous and living in the moment, again, it's not a bad thing. Everything in moderation, to balance it out. But what I'm hearing right now is you're in this energy all the time right now. So, and essentially you're resisting stepping into your true power and your calling. Like, I just heard quit playing games, Cancer. All right, so we're gonna start with Gang Sarah, number 22, master number 22. So I'm just gonna read this real quick. Angel number 22 can turn the most ambitious of dreams into reality. Angel number 22 asks you to see the larger picture and work with the details necessary to complete that picture. It encourages you to bring things through to fruition on both the spiritual and material plane. Angel number 22 is a message from your angels to maintain your convictions and keep an optimistic outlook and a positive attitude as your desires are currently being manifested for you. Angel number 22 brings a message from your angels that you are to take a balanced, harmonious, and peaceful stance in all areas of your life. Balance. Okay. Shadow goddess Gang Sarah, the witch of Golden Lane, blew into Tobago on a demanded breeze from West Africa to emancipate her family. You are scared that you are going to mess it all up. You may have stumbled, but this is a new day. Learn to show up for yourself. Huh? You ghost your own dreams and resist your own magic. Stop holding back, worrying, and pretending to seek perfection that will never come. When it comes to you stepping into your greatness, resistance keeps you stuck. Resistance blocks growth, creativity, and evolution. Resistance may look like procrastination, laziness, disorganization, excuses, or lack of motivation, but there are deep forces at play. You are resisting the force you really are. Goddess declaration, this is me, I show up. So you need to show Cancer, okay. You need to show up for yourself, to show up as yourself. If that makes any sense. Show up for yourself so that you show yourself. Why are you running away from stepping into your power, Cancer? What's wrong? I heard you're being too stubborn, which makes sense. You have the two rams here fighting, and this is the two of wands, um, Aries and Mars energy, spontaneous at the moment, kind of all over the place. But then you have the King of Pentacles or the King of Discs, and that is Aries, Taurus. Some of you could have Aries or Taurus in your chart. You could be dealing with the Aries or Taurus. I don't get that. This reading is all solely, strictly about you, Cancers. Okay. Soul's journey and balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Ding, that was the omen. That was confirmation. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Balance means bring a sense of stability and wholeness into every area of your life. Many times when you look at a situation objectively, you will resonate with one side more than the other. Try not to view either as good or bad, but simply recognize that it is. The true nature of the scales of balance is to give both sides of the situation your equitable, objective perspective. It can be difficult to understand the side that you don't really relate to, but it is a lesson in itself. What is it about you that prevents you from giving both sides of the coin your non judgmental assessment? The situation or person has been placed in your path to teach you that everyone has his or her own unique, authentic life story, and you must put yourself in that person's shoes to really understand his or her motivation. Balance is a godly virtue, and if it is struck, you will reap the benefits of insight and compassion. You're definitely out of whack because you're not balanced, because you're all over the place, Cancer. And I am just going to read um, like the divinations and the spiritual. I'm not the spiritual messages for these uh, for the Orisha deck. Like I said, you have the Two of Wands to the King of Discs to the Six of Swords to the Five of Wands to the Two of Swords. Okay. So are you in friction also with the Aries Taurus? Or again, Cancer, you could have Aries or Taurus somewhere in your natal chart. Um, the two rams for the two sides of the situation, also for our instinctive response. The water as means of cooling hot heads or cooling tools to work better. The hammer and the anvil with which we make tools and accomplish many things. So when this card appears in the reading, everyone involved is making things worse with their stubbornness. Deciding whether or not the situation is workable will depend on the motivations of each side. With a clean heart, the situation could be tremendously productive, but if people are unwilling to change, it's better to walk away. Everyone thinks their ideas are right. People are not in control of themselves. Wanting the same thing is no guarantee of success. Planning and patience is the only way forward. Count to 10 before reacting. Drink a glass of water if you're feeling hot. Take a break and reconsider the whole thing. So take a step back, Cancer, and look at the bigger picture sometimes. Uh, because sometimes you can go a little bit too deep and go down a rabbit hole into emotions and overthinking and be off base and off balance and off kilter in what you're feeling because you're all over the place. You need to ground, Cancer. There's a lot of friction, a lot of, all right, King of Disc. So, Cancers, you have profound applied knowledge. It may seem simple, but it's built on decades of study and practice. They're usually gregarious and friendly. Plant, nurture, harvest, and plant them again. Theory is nothing without application. Your work will take seasons to come to fruition, not days or weeks. Are some of you lovely Cancers? You guys like to work with plants? You're herbalists, gardeners, landscapers. This says grow a plant, take a herbal bath, spend time in nature, study under an expert. Yeah, it's time for you to ground, to get back into balance, Cancer. Okay. Moving on to the Six of Swords. All right. Six of Swords. Simplicity is the secret power behind this system. It comes from knowing what questions to ask based on what information is required. No more, no less. It requires reflection and clarity when approached and provides definite answers and response. And this is in regards to casting Obi. Okay. This is a divination practice in the Caribbean where they have coconut pieces and cowrie shells, and they use that to read. Okay. So the two pieces ups, there's four pieces of coconut for casting. Okay, you see two that are upright and two that are on the opposite side. This is showing a sign of balance. Okay, again, you need to, all of this friction, Cancer, you need to go into nature. You need to tap into your gardening. You need to go make love to nature, go hug some trees, whatever you need to do in order to balance this energy. So you see behind it, the background is a blueprint. You're making plans? And let me go back. I'm thinking of another card, but this is just casting with the coconut. There are no cowrie shells in this one. This is just coconut pieces, okay? Um, but you're working on something, you're making a plan, but you don't sit down long enough to make that plan. Okay. That's why you need to go ground, because you're going to get messages while you're in nature for this blueprint. So I hear don't complicate. It says here, sorry, don't complicate things. Be clear with what you want. Ask, and spirit will answer. Accept yes or no as the answer. Don't rationalize it. What does tradition say about your question? If it feels complicated, rethink your approach. Learn how to do things right. Don't ask what you don't want to know. Apply what you do know. Trust in spirit and trust in process. Six of Swords represents right, Aquarius and Mercury, which is like deep thought, unspoken word, the knowing. Okay. And you go on to the Five of Wands. All right. So you have a Five of Wands. And again, you see the red and black. This card represents strife. Arguments that go nowhere, miscommunication leads to disasters, conflict with neighbors or colleagues. Make an offering to Eligu. Do not argue. Do not make things personal. Mend your fences with your neighbors. Hmm. Let me go to these two swords right quick because Cancer. Two of Swords. We must expect obstacles in life and work to prepare for them. This includes knowing we cannot see everything coming. The worst mistake is to ascribe positive or negative agency to the world when this card shows up. The world is itself amoral and without agenda. It is up to us to make life what we want it or need it to be. If times are good, plan ahead for the obstacles. If life is hard, things will turn around if you face it head on. Everything is in motion. Energy in motion is emotion. The emotions are running real high right now. Okay. Sometimes the great is easy to be complacent and lose it all. Solutions: cast divination often and make offerings to keep on track. Do not neglect your spirits or your ancestors. Do not complain and save for a rainy day. I just heard, Cancer, you guys need to get back in touch with reality. All right, Spirit, please clarify, or what else do you have for my Cancers regarding what they need to do to gain their balance? Again. All right, so we got the King of Pentacles again from this deck, the Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, King of Wands, and then Six of Pentacles. Excuse me, it's itching. All right, so Shadow, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm talking to my mom's dog. I'm babysitting or pup sitting my little big brother. His name is Shadow. Mm, okay. Um, you have an Aries or a Taurus, Aries or a Taurus, approaching with the message. Okay. Uh, hmm. Whatever this message is, it's eventually going to lead to the Six of Pentacles. Okay. Whatever. You've got the Page of Swords. Whatever the message is, you're going to gain authority. Um, and oversee some things. To eventually get here. Okay. You can't see that. It's the King of Wands. Whoever this Aries and Taurus that's coming in with this message for you, they really do mean well, Cancer. You're just taking it personal right now. And like it said in, I believe it was in the Orisha deck, it was either the Five of Wands or the Two of Swords. It said, don't take it personal, right? I just heard that Aries, Taurus, they're only looking out for you for your higher good from a higher perspective because they see you resisting your path. This message that they're coming in is a gift, okay? It's going to bring in, uh, it's going to bring in gratification of some sort, okay? Um, and let's be clear, presents and gifts and prosperity isn't always monetary, okay? There's spiritual wealth, like emotional wealth, physical wealth, you know what I'm saying? Cancer. All right. And then whatever this message is going to lead you to the Wheel of Fortune. So, Cancer, if there is a Aries or Taurus in your vicinity that is coming in with a message, please don't take it personal. Take heed, okay? You see the way that this page is looking back at this, can't even see it, at this Knight of Cups, this reflection. See on this page right here, looking back at this Knight of Cups? Knight of Cups is coming in with the message, and the page is looking back like, bitch, what? Ready to cut somebody. But then you eventually take that step back and sit your ass down somewhere to contemplate. This is you gaining authority over yourself, Cancer, okay? Gaining this balance, okay, that you need in order to step into your wheel of fortune. Okay? I just heard 1010, which 1010 is the binary code, which is the blueprint. Stop being so defensive, Cancer. It's you being stubborn, not this Aries Taurus. It's you that's being stubborn because you ain't sit your ass down. You all over the place. You haven't, because you're all over the place, you are not receiving the signs, signals, symbols, and sigils from the Most High. So it's taking this Aries Taurus to come in to tell you, like, hey, message, sit your ass down. You don't, I mean, if you don't gain balance, you're not stepping into that wheel of fortune, okay? So it's your choice, Cancer. It is definitely your choice of free will, Hunte. Okay. That completes my reading for my lovely Cancers. Okay. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you get notifications when I post readings. Leave a comment or 2 or 3 or 4 if this video resonated with you, Cancers. Okay. Take what doesn't. Take what resonates, leave what does not. You leave it on the table or send it back out into the universe to circle back around for another Cancer who may need this message. Thank you for tuning into my channel, House of Black Obsidian. I am your lovely hostess, the High Priestess Oracle, the Oracle High Priestess, Folia Ajay and Ashe.